Mary Jane. Let me read. You've got numbers flowing in your mind. I see a 1. I see a 2. I don't see anything else. I guess it's left to you. The light shines bright from the outside, dissolves all the reality of the vision. My hair is all gray today. All my gray hair. Why? Because of the light. But what if we tunnel love? The tunnel of love from one end to the other. How would the light come in now? The way I put the tunnel of love. How my hair just turns black to white. With one block of the sun to white. I only come here for the simple things. I didn't want to confuse anything. I didn't choose, but I acted upon the reality that I did. So in all actuality, I did choose. I couldn't hold myself back, so I come on here and I do stinky old videos. I didn't shave today because I chose not to shave. I chose not to shave because I feel like saving everything. I'm going to be a hoarder. I'm saving my whole beard for the winter. Well, wait a second. I show up one day and it's shaved off and I told you this, I'd be a liar. Then everything I've ever done in 3,000 videos would mean nothing. Unless you know the reality that 1 and 1 is 2. 1.5 times 1 will become 1.5 itself. So within its own, everything to do with 1.5 in its own reality will just be in the center of who he is. Inside the tunnel of the vibration, living in the world of the secondary pulsate, let's call it, okay? Now what I'm going to say is because when we go 1.5, it's the circle. You only can become 1.5 to the circle that you're in. Now there's so many confusing things. I will start with, oh, don't tell me you can't read this today. Don't tell me. I'm going to have to turn my camera just a bit and see. Can we shadow this? Can we shadow this? 5 times 20 is 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. Man 6 from the electronic 5. 5 is an equality where you get 2 and 2 and then the tunnel to pass. Because if you only have 1 tube, you need 2 tubes. The incoming and the outgoing to know who you are within you, why, whatever the reason is. I'm not going to get to the final reason because there's more than one reason. So even if I think of 10 things, I'm going to have to think of 20 or 40. For every single person that watches me that has their own idea, I would have to think of all of theirs. So no matter what, in reality, I only could be right. And in all actuality, we are all correct. Is for the better of the understanding of the perception of one. Okay, so we're going to go back. I've got red on my hands because I've been painting red and blue and yellow today. Black and yellow will be coming together lately. So we're going to get back to this reality that I'm talking about, okay? Where 2.5 times 2 is now 5 because there's 2 sides. I am talking about the in-between. I use the 0.5, which means take a whole and cut it in half. Because 5 means cut things in half. 2 means double them up. B and E, breaking and entering, the beta system of the E world, is the influx inside the 2 and 1. You bring it in 1, you blow it out 2. You stand divided. We bring it back to this side again, and we're going to equal it out. We're going to go 2 times 40 this time, okay? Because why? Because 4 times 9 is 360 degrees. We live in the 360-degree world, okay, of the 123. I am the ruler. I am the ruler. You know what I'm talking about, right? Royal, roi, ale, the beer, the hops, the bunny rabbit hops, and the hops in the fields of the grains we eat. The distortion and the vibration that changes our bones. Could have been a ruler, right? Had a diamond in the rough. Have you ever thought about it? things that are timed. Had a diamond in the rough, could have been on the golf course, could have been getting an eagle, not getting an eagle because you're a diamond in the rough. You ever see the right angle of the diamond? How would that angle look at the diamond to be served in a tennis court, to be hit in a baseball game, to be served up on ice in hockey? Diamond wedding rings. She had a wedding ring. She said the diamond was on the time. In French, diamond or ring is bag. Not diamond, but ring is bag. B-A-G, you can spell it B-A-G-U-E. I don't spell like that. I spell all the ways. If I say it's going to say C-U-P to write bag, then it'll take a C-P-U to do it too. Get the cup into the puck by turning the cup, C-U-P, backwards, P-U-C. And when you extend the A P is now a fuck. Fuck! And the P and the H create and is coming. Out of 16, 4x4 and 4x2 is 8 and P16 the light. 20 equals the totality. Now you want to know the rest. So what I'm going to do is go over here and go, since I went 2 times 40, I will go 1 times 20. Because on the dice cube, in which is 4, 4 shows the outside corners. It makes the circle of the 390 degrees. You see the diamond angle I'm in right now? North, south, east, west. You count it this way, it says one thing. You count it this way, it says something else. From the furthest points to the furthest points. This is a 0, my friends. 360 equals 0, 360 equals 0, 360 equals 0, and 360 equals 0. 1,440 minutes in a day. 4 parts of the day because each element has to turn round. And then after that turns round, then the center turns round just once or twice. And then man say, I've got 16 hours up and I'm a little tired. 4x4, going to take it to bed. I was up 2x2 all day. I'll sleep for 8 hours, a 16, make it 24, and the day will just be great. So now we understand that wherever we got the number 6, we get it out of there, 8, and the 1, 2. 8 and 2, 28 days of the moon, 1. 8 and 2 is 10, which equals to 1. 2 by 8 is 16, because now we're going to break it down. We're going to bring it over to the number 5 that we started with, because there's only 1 in the center, and since we only double it, this stays whole 20, this is 40, we get 40, 60. 4 by 6 is 24, 4 plus 6 is 10 equals to 34. 3 and 4 equals 7, the number for 1 is 1347. And that's exactly what it is in the spirit line. 1 and 4 equals to your 5. 1 and 4 equals to your 5. 1,440 times 2 is 288 times 1.25 equals to 360, which is 72 degrees times 5 is 360. And the reason for that is because this one gets 20% each, because it each gets a 1. We stand the diamond like this, and then we stand the diamond like this, 45 and 90, 45 and 90. 45 stays 45. 90, 0, equals 15 or 1.5. Making 9 equal to 13.5, 135 in letters, says I am the ace hole in the 9th place. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Before my video does not upload, there's one other thing I wanted to show you is this. Can you see 1691 or 16891? Can you see the 11? I'm not going to do this right now. I'll do it in the next video. All I spelt, okay, is Agent Smith. So all I did is I put the word Smith. TH is time heaven. TH, first, second, third, fourth. Let's take it on and to another level in another video. Thank you, and for everyone that's confused with everything I do. I do games people play. I go to casinos and I take all their equipment out and I understand the odds. I win all the time and I lose all the time, but in all, I take it for a better understanding that in roulette it's 35 to 1. 3 times 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, and 15 is number 23. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals 6 and 5, number 11. And that's how we get 11 from 23. The reality is, from one world to the next, I am born and I live. How do I live? The pool table tells me that I am the 2 blue and I am also the 10. 2 and 10 is 12 of alpha beta, of 12 times 3 is 36, of the 360 parts of 363 parts of creation. 11 times 11 is 121, times 3 is 363. 363 will make you all the nines, and I know that's confusing, so I'll stop. Ask what you need to want to know, and I'll explain it to you. But in all reality, this is a like this explanation, because there's 1,000 realities all aimed at the same thing. Thank you.